So this is just a cheapo Palmetto upper that I bought 2 years ago. Been sitting around. Oh boy. Okay, that's promising. Figured I would build it out. It's one of their build kits that they usually have on sale for like 350 bucks. Comes complete with the receiver extension kit, lower parts kit, an A2 stock, and all you need to buy is a lower. This is actually a Poverty Pony. Yep, AR15 with no Poverty Pony on it. And we're just gonna throw it together. I'm getting away from the name brand optics because they suck. Sig Sauer, Vortex, etc. You guys have seen me test them on this channel. And I bought my first primary arms red dot, 25mm 2 MOA. And I'm just gonna see what basically the cheap parts can get you. This is what I built the YouTube channel on since we're no longer on YouTube. We're on Rumble and Odysee now. I figured, hey, let's throw together another cheap AR and see what the hell's going on. Like I said, these are parts that have been sitting around forever, so might as well put them to work with a new red dot. And we'll test it against my 3-gun rifle that has the hollow sun on it and all my other components, which I'm done with speed race triggers. All I did was did a cheapo trigger job on that. And I'll show you what that entails as soon as I get this friggin' packaging open, because I forgot to put a notch in that one. But basically, if you just look at the trigger components and have a brain, which is a lot, asking a lot these days. So the main sear shelf is like that. You articulate the trigger down out of the way, the hammer slams forward. So if you polish this surface, reduce the surface area, polish this surface, make it nice and true, you'll reduce the amount of creep and have a nice clean trigger break. And all it takes is a wonder wheel like this and a lot of patience. So I'll probably do that right now and just see how this thing comes together at the end. Usually there's like 7-pound, 6-pound triggers, but we'll see if I can't gumsmith this to a nice 5-pound single stage. No power, son of a bitch. Wonder wheel is all the way on. We need that off. Thank you, sir. Reduce that by a couple thou. Grab my stones. Start with, where's my 200? I guess we'll start with 320. Stone it with the 320. You'll hear the difference. There you go, smooth that right there. It's starting to sing now. True it up. You can hear the burr. It's not singing yet. There we go. Now it's singing. Go to the next grit, 400 grit. True the face up. That's already good. That's singing. I'll just go straight to 800 because this is super easy. Oh yeah, super smooth. Now she's singing. Okay. That was pretty damn easy. Now if you want to go full gamer mode, you can reduce the surface area by reducing this amount of material, but I really don't need that. I'll just hit this with the 800 and see. Yeah, there's still a burr. You can see how much of the stone it's actually taking with it. Because of, I mean, it looks polished, but that edge is not. So it's actually taking part of the stone with it. And then this one I just like to lightly roll the edge with the finest stone that I have. And then we'll assemble it and see how it does. So the trigger pull is still a little heavy, and you can see It's got some grit to it. And the reason that is we'll observe on the reset how terrible this reset is. Da 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 da. There. So that's that surface, the tilting portion of the trigger rubbing against that really tall surface on the hammer. So I'll take the hammer out and really Dremel some material off and see how it does after that. So the student amongst you would have noticed I didn't have the safety in at the beginning, which makes the trigger travel further. You can get custom size safeties. They cost a fortune, so you can control your over travel or you can just deal with it. So now I've taken this out twice. Still got quite a bit of over travel, but look at this reset. It's just right there. No travel left in it at all. It is a true single stage, no creep at all. As soon as the trigger moves, that sear breaks. It's still kind of heavy. It started life at like a 6.5, 7 pound trigger. You can get reduced power springs for these, which I've never done. Let's see where this breaks at. So it's still a 6 pound trigger, but it is such a nice break now. There's basically no travel to this trigger. So it's still a little heavy. If I wanted to make it lighter, I would just put a lighter spring kit in it, but that's how you take all the creep out of your mil-spec trigger. All right, gun is now built. Garbage is everywhere. Now let's go ahead and check out this Primary Arms Sierra Lima X-Ray Mike Delta Dash 25 G2 Micro Red Dot. I think it was like 150 bucks. Wasn't terribly expensive. Oh look. Red Loctite. Why do I need that? Oh wow, they actually included the battery installed. That's pretty neat. Little 2MOA dot. I wouldn't really call this a micro red dot, but the mount is quite low. We'll see how that fares. We got the thing that nobody reads. We got a Chinesium cleaning dust cloth thing. What we got in the box here? What's in the box? Gee, I wonder why my safety squints are always scratched. Weird. Some sort of adaptery boy. Probably gonna make this taller. Probably have to install that. Another adaptery boy. Do you guys stack together? Yes, you do. Well, that's cool. You actually have adjustable height. That's pretty neat. Holy ball sacks. I got all sorts of fasteners for the adjustable heights. A wrench for those fasteners. And a micro mount. So that's kind of neat. If you want a flush micro mount, they include that for like shotguns and things with the drops in the stocks. So let's go ahead and mount it up as is. See how my face likes it. It's probably way too short. All the nerds that I shoot 2-gun with are into those super high mounts for nods. And I've only used a monocular behind these, and a standard height red dot works fine with a monocular, so I don't know why everyone needs these super tall offsets for their nods, because they just don't understand how cheek weld works. I don't know. This is a nice tool, daddy like. Oh, that's perfect. Yep, daddy like. There you go. Install done. Red Loctite, not needed. This is a much bigger fastener than what most companies use, and it has way more torque. Built a gun and installed an optic in less than an hour. Let's go shoot it. All right, we got the Palmetto build that we just did. Standard A2 flash hider, upgraded mil-spec trigger, little trigger job. Same with this gun. This one's a little lighter because it's been used a lot. However, we're gonna just shoot both these guns, see how they do, and then we'll just, just shoot a big probably 15 round group, and just compare the primary arms to the holosun, and I'll just continue to shoot these throughout the year and see how they hold up, because I haven't found a red dot that hasn't died over one 3-gun season essentially. So I figured this poverty build would be good, because that's all this is. It's a poverty build with a nicer buttstock, basically the same handguard, and used to have a nicer trigger, but all my trigger packs I've ever tried are garbage long term. So I've just got mil-spec triggers that I slightly upgrade. I do have the King comp on that one, so it shoots a little flatter, but we'll just compare the two dots and have some fun. We've got the Aguila 223 in this magazine, if this would ever focus. There we go. You can see the law there. And then we got the Horny Frontier 5.56 in this guy. So we'll compare how those work. Oh, we've got a Rogue round in there. What the heck is that? Got red lacquer on it. Glad I looked at that. That's from the stupid Tommy built video. But he had a bunch of rounds just mixed in together. There we go. That's Lake City brass. Lake City looking brass. Tactical annealed, whatever, mil-spec stuff. So we'll go ahead and load this up. Here's the box. I actually have a box for the Horny stuff. We'll load up to 30 so we get maximum magazine pressure. And is that really Lake City brass? I thought Horny had that stamp. I could be wrong. Bought this stuff back in 2021, just been hoarding it. But I stopped reloading 223, I might have to get back into it. Yeah, they actually use Lake City brass. Weird. That is LC 2021. Yeah, I was right. I knew I've been hoarding it for a while. So I think this magazine actually holds 31, so we'll just roll with that. Shoot the brand new built gun first. Target 25. See how this gun does. I've seen so many people make this mistake at my 2-gun match. When loading an AR15, load it from an open freaking bolt. Shoot the Aguila first. A lot of these PSA uppers are under gassed, so if I think it's gonna fail, it's gonna be this 220. That's pretty standard 2MO shot. Let's see how this does. That's a nice trigger. Holy smokes, daddy like. It's not bad when the trigger is 5 pounds if it breaks super clean with no creep. How we do here? That's a pretty decent group. 1-inch groups of 25 with a dot are all I'm hoping for here, and that's 1. So we just gotta come up a little bit, left a little bit, and see how this red dot adjusts. And for an A2 flash hider, this thing shoots pretty neat. No compensator. It does bounce a little bit, but it's a heavy sprung, non-compensated gun, so. All right, very small, holy crap. Go left, so we gotta go clockwise. Wow, that's really stiff. What the what? Biggest freaking gap ever, too. All right, left is clockwise. And up is counterclockwise. Okay, shoot another group. Amazing. That's a really nice shooting gun. From Palmetto State Armory, no less. It looks like I over-traveled left-right, so we'll come back to the right, shoot another group. This time we'll shoot 10 rounds. And then we'll switch to the Horn 80. All right, 10-round group. Patience, patience, patience. Yeah, this gun shoots pretty freaking good for basically being a stock gun with a dot on it. Oh, that's hot press. Hot press. Just one more click to the right, I think we're good. I pulled one low, it looks like, but everything else is good. Change to the Hornady and shoot 2 groups with it and a 10-shot group. But yeah, that gun runs great. And I refuse to run polymer mags in my guns because they are junk. All right, one more click to the right. And we'll put in the Hornady Frontier. See if this kicks anymore. Bottom 2 squares, I'll shoot 3-shot groups, and we'll shoot a 10-shot group on the left circle. This gun shoots awesome. Alright, that was pretty awesome. Very much like. Alright. That's a 1.5-inch group, that's a 1.5-inch group, that's a 1-inch group, that's a 1-inch group, a little bit over. But the 10-shot groups, I'm fading to the left a little bit, but that's really all I can hope for out of a red dot at 25 and not really shooting that patient. So I'm going to go 1 click right, 1 click down, call it a day with that gun. We'll switch to the 3-gun rifle and just see how it compares to this brand new gun. All right, very well used 3-gun rifle. Do the wrong way to load it. Yeah, that's why you don't load it that way. Bolt pressure. Right way to load it. Oh wow, it seats the first time. Weird. Okay. 25-yard Renos. Do the middle and the right. Actually, I like the Palmetto trigger better because it's got less creep. That one's worn in, it's got some creep in it. See how those groups did with the Gila. I'm getting flyers. I'm gonna shoot 2 more on the squares on the top. This barrel's got 3,000 rounds through it. I think it's a cheap Ballistic Advantage medium profile barrel because it's not an M4 profile, it's just a little bit lighter than that. Do 2 more 3-shot groups, and the bottom right square will do a 10-shot group. What the hell? Failure to fire. Maybe I need a firing pin too. And the 10-shot group. Gun is definitely extra smoky with that muzzle brake. I think alright, we get some flyers. Or I just suck. Shooting slightly left, so I'll bring the optic 4 clicks to the right. And we'll shoot the I only had 1 flyer there. Might just be me, I don't know. Well out of practice. I'm gonna tape over the center target and use the 3 in the bottom left to do the Hornady ammo. Freedom seeds. Do the left and the bottom left 3-shot group, so we got clean targets, and we'll do the 10-shot in the middle just in case my pasters fall off. Don't yank the trigger, asshole. Okay, definitely need a firing pin in this gun. Wow. Oh, I forgot to adjust my optic. Dang it. And the optic's not moving, so that's good. Alright, now we'll shoot the second 3-shot group. Wow, that was one hell of a muzzle flash. So was that. I know a guy in Wisconsin used to shoot this stuff out as a 14-inch gun, and boy did it make fireballs. That certainly was no slouch. Holy balls, that's some spicy ammo. Yeah, I'd say they're about the same, boys and girls. But as far as both the guns go, I think they're pretty well identical. So just to finish this off, I'm going to throw a 20 power scope on the Palmetto and see if it can hold sub-minute, just like this thing did when I put a 12 power scope on it. Well, our little camera went down, so we're just gonna have to shoot 2 groups of this stuff and see where we're at, because I don't know, I decided in at 100. I signed it in at 25, and it's pretty close, so I'm gonna shoot the bottom 2 squares and see where we're at. This is the Hornady Frontier. Wait 4 years to bring that target in. Not so great on the accuracy department. Okay, maybe my scope's loose. I need to come down and left a little bit. Alright, just in case, I'm going to shoot over both those groups before I switch ammo. I tightened up the scope again, but it wasn't loose. Let's do it. One more time, and we'll switch to the other 2 types of ammo we brought. Reload. Is this gonna work? Hell yeah. Switch over to the Aguila, to the top two squares. Every time I pulled the trigger, the crosshairs was well within the white of those squares. We'll see where those went. Hope for better results. Get real tired of waiting on these targets. 7 years later. Alright, can we see it? Over-adjusted, still not great. Oh boy, this thing is not doing so hot. Okay, well, hopefully HPR is better. Well, that is some tremendously bad accuracy. I'm getting to the point where I think the scope might be bad. So we'll see how this HPR ammo does. I'm actually going to use my new magazine. Forgot I bought a new magazine. Never heard of this brand before, and I bought a new range bag and that Primary Arms dot on Primary Arms, and I got free shipping. So I went ahead and got that range bag, and I got this too. Never heard of them. Thrill. It's another polymer mag. I don't really have high hopes for it, but we'll see how it does. If I can get the freaking packaging open. Holy shit balls, Batman. There it is in all its glory. Thrill. Ribbed for your pleasure. Red follower, red ballistic tips. Let's go. Full send. Right in the middle. So I'm going to put this scope on my other AR and see how badly it groups with this scope, because it might be the scope too. Yeah, this magazine sucks. This is why I hate polymer mags. They don't drop free. These drop free all day. Junk. Stay. Good kitty. Well, that, my friends, is why 5.56 sucks and 223 is awesome. That is a sub 1-inch group out of a Palmetto State Army lumber with quality ammo. The Frontier and the Aguila. The Aguila did okay. That's about a 1.5, 2-inch group. That's bad. That's very bad. But that is very good, and I guess that's why I still have this ammo around about guns, because it rocks. But yeah, it looks like Palmetto's capable of a minute or less at 100. That's pretty neat. I don't even need to test out this rifle scope anymore. It works. It's just Hornady and Aguila suck. So there you go. Quality ammo, quality results. Best start reload, Mike, because apparently your burner ammo shoots like crap. I think my hand loads probably do better. Let's test that next time we're out. Thanks for watching. Palmetto.